Hello, welcome back to PEwk, and right now we'll be jumping straight into our first PE week of this new semester. So just in case you guys have actually forgotten, I'll be sharing with you about the letter 2. And if you weren't here last week or forgotten about what this letter 2 is about, don't worry, I'll give you a recap. So this letter 2 is about friendships. So friendship is a blessing given to us by God, which has such that we can really enjoy other people's presence and lift each other up whenever we are going through difficult times. So in the letter 2, it will actually show you an example of what it will look like. And this is the 4 types of friends: the chill friend, the shy one, the social butterfly, and the dependable one. Yeah. So what happens is you can share with your friend in the introduction what kind of a friend they have been to you, and likewise, what do they think of you. Then from there, you can also thank your friend and reminisce memories of what you guys have been through together, how you're thankful for them and all. Like, how can you actually link it to the gospel is either by talking about how, even though we are all so different and interesting, sometimes even causing people to clash because of differing differences or differing views. Despite all of this, there is still one person who loves us equally because he made all of us special and perfect in his own eyes, which is God. Yeah, so the second way you can choose to link it to the gospel is first by talking about how we all seek connection, and that's what draws us to people. For example, a person in class that you've been wanting to talk to for a while, or perhaps just a friend that you really enjoy being with in their presence. Yeah, and the reason for that is God created us in a way where we desire connection and a place of belonging. However, the only person who can ever truly feel this desire is God himself, because he created us to have a relationship with him. You can then talk about why is that so by linking it into the 5 C's: creation, curse, consequence, Christ, and choice, and how sin has actually caused us to fall away from God. So once you are actually done drafting the letter, you can submit it into the link that is in the letter guide document. And the most important part is don't forget to ask your friend for their response on what you actually shared with them. Okay, so most of you should have started drafting out the introduction or even a little bit of the gospel from last week. So for today, we will try our best to finish up the rest of the letter 2 if possible. So just a little inspire that I have for you guys before you guys actually go into finishing up the letter 2. A verse from Romans chapter 13 verse 8, it says, "Let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another, for whoever loves others has fulfilled the law." So I'm sure God has actually placed this friend's name in your heart for a reason. And because you actually care and love this friend of yours, I'm sure you hope that this friend can really truly experience what it's like to be able to enter God's presence, where he loves us so much even though we are undeserving of it. So like what this verse in Romans 13 verse 8 said, loving others is not a one-time action, but a lifelong action to carry out. Likewise, our friends may or may not choose to allow God into their life after we share the gospel with them, but let's continue to not lose faith and continue to love them well, just as how God has called us to love. Yeah, so the next time I'll be seeing you guys will be during Cow Fitness on 7 May at Bible House. I hope that when we actually meet up, I'll be able to hear good stories from you guys. Yeah, thank you. See you then.